Fight Boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're going to talk about free smoke, hey, free smoke. So now we're going to talk about free energy. You know what I'm saying? Now, with this motherfucking free energy, now it's free energy everywhere. But we got to break it down with what is energy. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody could talk about, I got this kind of energy, I got that kind of energy, or I felt this kind of energy, I felt that. Now, let's break down, before we even talk about getting into free energy and how you even get into circumstances where you could be utilizing your energy towards the wrong things. Like, you could be putting your energy into the wrong shit that's not for you and shit like that, and it could be wearing you out to the point that you actually end up not having no energy for what you actually supposed to be putting your energy into. Therefore, you always unaligned, you always unsure of shit, you always, you know what I'm saying? So for the most part, let's talk about energy. Now, we know energy comes last in the three sequence. We know it's the frequency, vibration, then the energy. So the energy comes from a vibration. But if we know the vibration comes from a frequency, then we can actually break down what's the necessary procedure, what's the necessary preconditions that the energy has to actually have before it becomes energy and before it becomes matter into density and becomes solid. Now, I want to say this too also, like I got a lot of things that's angling my Mercury, so I've been noticing a lot lately. This is a period of time I'm really not supposed to be doing videos, because even I've been noticing in conversations and going through in my regular life that you know, I have certain pre-scripted ways of communicating and pre-scripted words that I use, and when I start to get into the communication flow of the world with whoever or whatever I'm communicating with, when it starts to run over some of these words and these sentences and phrases that I actually naturally have to use, some things be blank. So when I come across something that I would normally know, it comes blank. So sometimes I'll be at a loss of words right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm at sometimes I may forget certain points I wanted to make. So this video and the previous video is that I put out is when I'm dealing with this energy the most right now. You know what I'm saying? It's impacted because I got a lot of things angling my Mercury, but that's another video. But I just wanted to say that, just in case it seemed like I ramble sometimes, but ramble more than often, because a lot of times I'm missing points in my head and I'm trying to remember what was the point I was trying to make in the initial video. But yeah, I just wanted to set that out. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not supposed to be doing videos right now, but fuck all that. You know, I like to fight the energies. So, you know, when it comes to energy, we know energy is last. So frequency, what is frequency? Frequency is the space, the room and space for ideas, the spirit realm, you know what I'm saying? The space realm, you know what I'm saying? It's the frequency. So right here, this is it's the idea. So once we know an idea is tied to information or knowledge or you know what I'm saying? It's tied to, you know what I'm saying? It's a frequency. It's tied to ideas, spirits. Once you obtain that or put out that into the world, then you're able to gain an emotion or a feeling behind it. So that's the vibration. The vibration comes second. The fluid. Seconds. This is the second is the experience. This is when we experience the idea. So first, the world, the universe itself. Now, everything was created with the idea, the word. And then now you are experiencing that idea with your life. So this is why you're able to move through life. You're able to move after the idea, which is when you count time, which comes second. Fluid, vibration. When you count time come in seconds. It's second from the idea. Second is the experience, the time, the vibration, the fluid. You know what I'm saying? The experience. So once you experience something, the second process is the experience. Is the idea going in something now, going into an experience. Now, the more the experience, the more weight is added to it. It is able to be brought into density. But that process after the experience, now it has the energy. That's the energy that's coming. The energy is getting forced into a matter and getting forced into a solid now. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to energy, there's already prescripted energies out here because we are in a collective conscious right now. So you got your own energy and everybody who around you energy, and also the God energy that we're all in right now. So what happens here is free energy. This is why you're able to breathe. This is why you're able to anything. So when you tapping into free energy, everything is free energy. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be mindful of where you're utilizing your energy. You know, if something wearing you out, you know you're into it. You're into something that's taking your energy, and there's not. And this, look, you're like a battery, right? So you get charged up. So free energy works like this. Anytime something charges you up, you tapped into a frequency that allowed you to gain free energy, which is good energy, good air, or good whatever. You jumped into a good realm of reality, a good portal, and you received good energy. You extracted good energy out of that, right? Now, anytime you're in a force field where something is taking your energy, like you're feeling drained, mentally drained, emotionally drained, you know what I'm saying, metaphysically drained or whatever like that, you're in something that's taking your energy. You see what I'm saying? And you're giving your energy to something you're not supposed to be giving your energy to. Now, reason why I said it's a bunch of prescripted energies out here is because anything you pay your attention to is something you giving your energy to, you giving your light to, you giving your information to, and whatever filled into the light that you're, like for an example, you are a light, right? And for someone else to receive your light is when you talk to them or influence them in some type of way or make them feel a type of way by your energy, right? So that's somebody else receiving your light. Whatever in your light is all the information and knowledge and wisdom and experience you know. That's all within your spirit, right? So people receive that. The higher a person is enlightened, the more they're consciously or subconsciously aware of themselves, the more they know how to decipher the energies that they're receiving. Like in my last video, I was telling you how to decipher the energies you're receiving from other people. You know what I'm saying? Know how to receive if they got bad spirits, or they got a bad soul, or they're running around with a bad vessel. You know what I'm saying? They may have been born into a family that the spaceship, the vessel that they in is bad and was engineered bad and got bad DNA. You know what I'm saying? So the soul and the spirit may be going through a bunch of contradictions and a bunch of inner fight with themselves because they inside a negative body. You know what I'm saying? And this negative body have, you know what I'm saying, certain DNA and certain traits that it's consciously aware of when it takes itself into the world and does actions. You know what I'm saying? But when we talk about free energy and talking about the ones that drain you and the one how you can receive. Now, anything you want to do, now you have the willpower and energy to do it. Now, it's a bunch of free energy out here. That's just like, say you need to get up and clean your room or need it, but you don't feel like it or whatever like that. So you have to watch something or do something to get your spirits uplifted. Now, for an example, like I said, it worked like it charges you up. So this is why, like I said, this is why I explained first what's the frequency, the vibration, then the energy. Now this is why you could be around some people that charge you up. So now for an example, you're going to go through many portals and fears of realities in your life due to the programs that you have to deal with, just you being you and your geographical location that you live with. By stepping outside and going into the environment, you're going to deal with a lot of portals and fears of realities. And even governments and everything in your city laws and all that shit is portals and shit like that you abide by every day. So you apply yourself the best way you can possible to live amongst the land. Now, that's something else, but for the most part of me saying that, I'm saying that for the sake of to let you know you're always going to be getting your energy drained and you're always going to be charged up in certain type of ways. So even when you're around people who not good for you, or people around you who are good for you, or just random people, you still could feed off and charged up from other people. Now I'm not saying be an energy vampire, but I'm saying to a certain degree, living in the collective conscious, you have to do a little bit of everything. This is why you even heard the old saying, do things in moderation. So it's not the fact that you learning these things and you trying to get up and not do it, because if that's the case, you might as well be a vegetable and go live somewhere closed off from everything. Just the point that you live in a collective conscious, you have to experience all these different things and rituals. You just have no choice. Now, the more you know thyself and the more you are aware of these things going on, the better you can fight a good fight and live more aligned with yourself throughout all the bullshit that's going on when you step outside. But at the same time, we're talking about the energy right now and how it affects you in the first place. Not just what energy is, but where it actually come from. Now, this is why you can feel charged up when you're around people who may be good for you, or even people who may not be good for you. Now look, it may be something that you're dealing with that you can't naturally get over in your life, right? So these are the ideas that you have of it. So aka these are the frequencies, the spirits, the spiritual inclination you got, the information, whatever insight that you in and that you looking at. That's your idea about it. That's your frequency about it. And the way you feel about it, that's the way you express it. Your emotional stance on it, that's your vibe with it. So that's how you vibe with it. So whether it's a negative vibe or a good vibe or whatever, that's your vibe with it. So that's gonna tell you what kind of energy you're gonna put into whatever frequency, whatever idea that you present, whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. Now say it's in something that you feel like you can't do. So you got a bunch of bad, negative spirits around you, and information and stuff like that trying to tell you, oh damn, you can't do that. Now you got your own idea saying you think you can't do that. So that's the idea, that's the frequency. You think you can't do that. Now your feelings and your emotional stance on it, you really feel like you can't do that, right? So it's like, damn. So you don't even put the energy and put that into action of actually doing that because you're not sure of yourself that you can do that. Now say you come around somebody who actually can do that, right? So you about to see them do it. Right? You start to get charged up around them, don't you? You start to get charged up, right? It's because the reason that the energy charges you up, because it's like a charge that you don't, it's like an electric charge or light that you, aka really it's a light information that you don't have, and you see this person in a light of having this information, but really it's all light. We know light and sound is information. So the sound frequency that this person is vibrating at and the light that they're exposing to you have baggage of information in it that you're receiving that make you feel like, okay, this is a bunch of information that I need to download, really, because it's information that I may not have. That's ultimately what it is. No matter what action or word, what they say, or phrase or noun, verb, whatever this action person is doing that's making you feel like it's charged up, that's naturally what's happening. You're receiving the light and information from the sound frequencies of this person's energy, right? Now, what happens here is this person just have a higher frequency of, aka a higher idea, aka higher spiritual surrounding of whatever idea that you had that you felt like you couldn't have, that you couldn't do or express or put energy into. So you, aka, was like in a hell concept when it came to that idea, and this person is like in a heaven concept when it comes to that idea compared to you. You see what I'm saying? So to you, it's like a form of light, a light heaven, or light, aka lightening your load, or lightening, or light, or lighten up. You know what I'm saying? It's light that goes up. The lighter something is, it rises up to float. It don't have density or weight to it. It's chopped in half. So you see what I'm saying? So what happens here is that person just have a higher frequency because they may have one, received more information about this subject that you're in hell idea about, or two, experienced their soul, their experience, their vibe, their vibration have experienced more time into that than you did, and then they had, so that both of those attributes created that person has a bigger energy orb in that frequency vibration than you have. So their energy is able to access that portal that you felt like you couldn't access. You see what I'm saying? So being around this person charges you up. Their light and sound frequency vibrations charges you up to the point that now you feel like you can do it. You start to have ideas based upon this person of how to do it now. So now you starting to have frequencies in your brain. Your brain is starting to get rewired and shit, and start to have frequencies, which aka ideas, because you're starting to see this person in action do what you felt like you couldn't do. So now you're learning information, sound, frequency, vibrations. You're receiving the information now. You're gaining frequency now. Your frequency is rising now, And now you're starting to feel capable of doing it now, or you're experiencing them doing it now. So you're vibing with that frequency now. So now your vibration is rising now. So now you ultimately start to get more energy into that portal, to the point that now you start to see yourself in that portal. You see what I'm saying? So this is how people charge you up. Now this is how you know you have energy vampires around you, or how you know you got somebody around you who may have a lot of frequency vibrations that builded a lot of energy amongst an idea that you don't want to be around, because you will feel uncomfortable. You'll start to have uncomfortable ideas. That's like say you're around somebody who always drive fast, right? And you don't like driving around with people who drive fast. So off the bat, their idea, their space, their frequency is at a different frequency than yours. Now in this case right here, this is not a form of a high or low comparing frequency type of thing. This is more of just a different frequency vibration than another person's frequency vibration. So you with a person who driving too fast, and you a person who don't like driving around with somebody who drive too fast. Both of y'all frequencies is at different in different locations. Now y'all in the conscious world, things that you're consciously aware of, you guys are in the same location. Y'all are in the same car. But when it comes to your soul and when it comes to your spirits, they're in totally different locations. You know what I'm saying? And locate, like I said, let's get back to the directions in the yin realm. These are yin realm right brain locations. When we talk about the left brain and what you're consciously aware of, that location is what you're consciously aware of. Like we're on the road and we're driving, we go up, down, left, right, straight, back, forward. Now the yin realm location, we know up is feeling good, feeling optimistic, feeling upbeat. We know right, looking to the right in the yin realm is feeling righteous. We know looking down in the yin realm is feeling down. You know what I'm saying? Feeling negative. We know looking to the left is feeling left field, feeling unusual. So what happens here is when we talk about the yin realm, that's dealing with the frequency and the vibration, because these are things you can't see. You can't see what I'm thinking unless I say it and you hear the sound frequency. You don't, or unless I choose to express it and you can see the vibration, me expressing it. You know what I'm saying? You see the vibration, the movement of it, the fluid of it, the motion of it. You know what I'm saying? Emotion, motion. You know what I'm saying? Without emotion, you won't have motion. You'll just be stale. So, you know what I'm saying? You won't be able to see these things unless I show it with my physical. You know what I'm saying? Or using something, or with sound vibration that you can pick up with your antenna, your eardrum. So you see what I'm saying? So what happens here is things that you can't see is automatically in the yin realm, their right brain. And when you use your left brain is trying to make it external, something you can show, or something you can externally point to as a reference, or something you can externally express yourself. So anytime you use your left brain, I'm letting you know you're taking from your right brain and trying to show it so others can see it. So they can see it with their left brain, receive it, and it can go into their right brain, aka receive. You know what I'm saying? And then process it, and then they can take this information and go back, and it always exchange. That's why when people talk about right and left brains, I don't want people to get the misconception that you're supposed to get more right brain now because the world is so left brain. No, the key is to utilize your right and left brain. It's just the problem is the world is only utilizing the left brain. That's the only problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's not to say it's not no benefits. We see benefits every day using the left brain with the world. You know what I'm saying? But that's another video. So talking about is back to far as the energy, and the energy that you're going to receive. You know what I'm saying? So when you're around this person who driving the car fast, and you don't like to drive and you don't like to be in a car with a person who drive fast. Yeah, y'all in the same car, but y'all soul and all things of the yin realm is in totally different locations. This person is at a whole different place, you at a whole different place. This is why y'all experiencing things differently. This is why when they experience driving fast is different from your experience when you in a car driving somebody fast. You see what I'm saying? So now the frequencies start to clash. But alright, say you in a car, right? Now you start to experience the same time this person is experienced, right? But y'all having different experiences, separate experiences. Y'all in the same car, but having different experiences, because this person like driving fast and you don't like driving fast. So when this person start driving fast and you don't like driving fast, now both y'all having totally different experiences. So y'all got totally different spirits, aka different space, rooms, and ideas about the idea of driving fast, right? So wherever that idea or whatever that spirit of driving fast came from, it attached and picked up on both of y'all vessels, and then when y'all start to experience it, both y'all souls is in two different locations in this world. So y'all in two different realms of reality, two different portals, two different lives. So y'all experiencing two different things. So this person liked this experience, you don't. So your soul, y'all vibration with the frequency is different. Now, the energy of it now this person is on their own energy, but it's draining your energy because you don't like it. So you're complaining, you whatever. Like, so when y'all get to y'all destination, you get out, you be like, dang, I told you I don't like driving in a car with people who drive fast. Why you was driving fast, this, that, and the third, or whatever like that. Off the bat, it drained you. So you let this person drain your energy. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about just closing people off or negative. It's just about aligning yourself in the world in the right way. Now, this person, you may not necessarily want to drive. You may not necessarily, or this person you may need this person or something like that. So you just like, fuck it, if this person gonna drive fast or whatever like that. So if it comes to a situation where you need a person, and you need that person's vehicle in some type of way for them to take you somewhere, and they drive fast and you have no choice, then I advise you to either match their frequency and match their vibration, or, you know what I'm saying, start to get in your own conscious awareness till you don't have to need them anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that's just as simple as that. But I'm not saying cut anybody off or this, that, and the third. I'm just saying sometimes certain people's frequencies and vibrations are just in separate locations. They don't match. And sometimes it's not a case of whose frequency vibration is higher or lower than the other. That's why I made that example. Because the example I made first was more of like, if you look at somebody who could do something you can't do, then yeah, that's like a something you can compare frequency levels of, because all you have to do is go get a lot of information, receive a lot of light, sound, and vibration for that idea, that space, those spirits in your life. You know what I'm saying? And how you do that is, you know how to do that, how to gain information in this as a human right now. You know what I'm saying? Then once you do that, start to add mad expressions and experiences and feelings and emotions about it, and do it every day. Now you're adding water to it, you're adding weight. You know what I'm saying? That's how you add water to something, by throwing your emotional weight onto something, by feeling a way about something and staying fixated on that feeling for long periods of times, days, months. You know what I'm saying? So that creates experience, that creates time. So that creates manifestation, moods, motion, magic. That what's manifest using your moon, your magic. You know what I'm saying? Your emotions, your motion. That's what shapes the water. That's your water. That's what shapes the idea. The idea is just a line, a frequency. You know what I'm saying? The more time and experience you put into something, and the feelings and emotion, that you create the frequency and make it a vibe, make it a vibration now in you. You know what I'm saying? Now it's your vibration. Now you're running around with the energy of whatever idea, aka frequency, that you had, because you put the time, experience, soul, emotion, feeling, seconds, you know what I'm saying, you put all that into it. You know what I'm saying? So people feel that off you when you walk around. So if you're a person with wisdom, you're a person who know how to play football, basketball, whatever, you put a lot of time, energy, whatever frequency, you put a lot of time and energy and experience into. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be running around with that energy. People could just feel it off you, like, oh, this person feel like, I know this person know how to play basketball, they look like it. Yeah, they say you look like it, but you don't actually look like it. You just look like a human. But no, technically you do look like it. That's your water, your vibration, your soul actually shaped you in the form of the information that you are, the frequency that you wanted to receive. That's like, say you wanted to play basketball, right? So you learned how to play basketball. So you received a lot of information. So this goes down to when let's get on Archangel Uriel page now. This goes into, now if you are a person, whatever you jumping into, it's important to know what spirits. Hold on, one second. Hello?